Bonjour. Sabrina, I'm making this video for you because I didn't get to tell you about the worst day ever the other day in London. I'm making this on photo booth. I haven't used photo booth since I was like in middle school. Can we just look at like how circular my face is? Okay, anyways. So, I was supposed to leave London Sunday morning at 6 a.m. and we went to we went to Bath, England, and took a bath at the spa. And we got home at like 1:30. So it takes 2 hours to get to the airport from Jenna's apartment. So I had 2 hours. We got home at like 1:30. I had to leave at 3 a.m. So I leave the house at 2:40, right? Okay. Oh, and also, okay, so free. I thought my phone company, I could use it like out of the country. It says like 35 days a year it will act like you're in France. So I was like, okay, cool. Well, I got a text saying basically they shut off my data because I racked up like a €120 bill, which is usually €20 a month. So I'm like, what the French toast? So I'm really annoyed. So like all day Saturday, I didn't have service. God, my face looks so fat. I'm gonna move this. Okay. So I was really mad. So my phone didn't work basically is the point. So when I left her house and I was like trying to find the airport, I had to load it on my maps before I left because I only had Wi-Fi. And then another thing, my stupid micro USB cord like stopped working and it was taking like 4 hours to charge my phone, and that was the only one that I had. So I didn't have time to charge it completely. My phone's on like 15%. So I leave the house and I have it loaded on my map. I'm like, okay, cool, like I know where to go. Like I go to this bus and then I make a connection and go on a bus to the airport. Right? I'm like, I'm not gonna mess this up this time. Because last time I missed 2 flights last time. 3rd time's a charm. Really embarrassing. Okay. Oh, hang on, I have to go eat dinner. Came back. Been holding farts all dinner long. We had soup and pasta and apple pie. Anyways, I know you wanted to know that. Back to my story. So, I left the house at like 2:50 because I had to make this stupid plane by 6 a.m. and it takes 2 hours to get there, right? Okay. So my phone doesn't work. All I have is Wi-Fi. So I'm like, oh my God, I might die. So I left and I was like, okay, I got this. Like, I can do this. So I get on the first bus. Fine, no problem. Okay, the second one, I was supposed to make a connection somewhere. And I don't know if I couldn't find the bus stop or if Google failed me, and we're going to go with that. Which is bad because I like trust Google Maps with my life. So I'm like, great. It's pouring down rain. Like, oh, and I have a little suitcase carry-on. It's like not little, but it's that little black suitcase I took with me on the plane. So I'm like walking around London getting soaked in that, and I like don't have a raincoat or an umbrella or a hood. So I'm just like a soggy biscuit walking around London by myself. So, anyways, I missed that thing. So I was like, oh my goodness, so mad. So I finally, and then I was at this one bus stop and I'm like trying to figure out, I'm like, okay, like what am I gonna do, blah, blah, blah. And this like weird guy comes up to me and like gets in my face and he's like, hey. And I was like, hi. And then I like moved and walked away. It was so weird. He just stared at me. It's like, this is weird. I had to fart. Okay. Anyways. So I'm like, great, what am I gonna do? So I got Wi-Fi in the one place I was standing barely, and I like looked up another route on how to get there. So I figured out like another route, and then I finally got to a place where like a bus came by that goes to the airport, but it's only cash, and I didn't have any cash. They're like, oh, it's £11. And I was like, do you take card? They were like, no. So I was like, great. So at that point, it was like 4 something a.m. and it takes an hour to get there. And if you weren't there like at least an hour before, then they won't even let you go through. And it left at 6. So I was like, great, I can get an Uber right now and spend like $60 and maybe make my plane and maybe not make it. I don't know, I could risk it. I was like, or I can just go back to Gianna's house and like call it a day because I was so tired. I didn't sleep at all. So like a soggy biscuit. I'm sad. So I called Jenna and I'm like, Jenna. And she's like, hello. God bless her. God, she's the best. She woke up and it was like 3 something a.m. Such a nice lady. So she wakes up and I'm like, dude, it happened again. And she was like, oh no. I was like, yeah, like, I'm so mad. Like, I'm just coming back to the house and I'm falling asleep. Like, I'm just sleeping for the rest of the day. Like, I'm over it. So I'm so mad. So I think I know how to get to her place because I get back on the tube and she lives on the northern line. So I'm like looking at the map. So I go from Waterloo and I make a connection to the line that she lives on. And I'm like looking at the map. There's something on my computer. And her stop isn't on there. And I'm like, I'm not crazy. And you don't get cell service when you're in the tube underneath, like on the subway. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, why is the stop not on here? So I go up to a dude and I'm like, hey, like, I know I'm sinking. I'm trying to get to Borough. Can you help me? And he's like, oh, yeah, that part of the tube doesn't run for like another 2 hours. So I'm like, are you kidding me? So I had to take a tube somewhere to a stop kind of near her house to get back. And then I had to get on a bus, but I had to wait like 20 minutes at the bus stop. And I had to pee really bad, like so bad. And it's raining so hard. I was so mad. And I like called mom and I was just like, I'm so mad right now. Like, I just need to tell somebody how angry I am right now. Because it was like 5 a.m. Soggy biscuit, have to pee. Thought about peeing in the street multiple times. When I was walking through the subway, I was like, I just want to like die. Like, what if I just died right now? But then I was like, no, that'd be pretty pathetic. People would find you and be like, yeah, Sarah couldn't find her way home, so she just like killed herself in the subway station. Like, wow, she couldn't even find her way home. So it takes me like an hour and a half to get back to Jenna's house, which is stupid. And I get back and I'm just so mad. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna sleep for the whole day. Like, I had to buy another ticket and leave the next day. I was just so angry. Doesn't sound like that great of a story now, but yeah, it was awful. She was like, how did you keep your cool? I was like, I don't know. Like, my phone was dying. Could have been kidnapped. I really had to pee now again. But anyways, that's my story. It's like my first video vlog thing, but I'm just gonna let you watch it, Sabrina. Because Caitlin already knows this story, and so does your mother. Anyways, maybe I should just start making vlogs. I should make a makeup video. Oh my god. That'd be amazing. I have to go pee. And then I'll upload this, and then I will send it to you. Have a good day. Oh my god.